Here you go.
This?
Yeah, $100 worth.
I gave you $100?
You sure did. Am I crazy or is that a lot of gum?
It's a lot of gum!
Yeah.
Hey, it's Matt.
Come on up.
Man, you have got the slowest elevator in Alexandria, Virginia.
Forget about that. Happy Festivus, Matty boy.
Happy Festivus, Vinny. I see you
Thank
got the pole here. It looks great.
You got that straight.
Is that a little tinsel I see on there?
Absolutely not. Too distracting.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. You got some eggnog here, some hot chocolate, fires roaring.
Put a little Hennigan's in that eggnog, if you will.
Don't mind if I do. Thanks. Goes down smooth.
Yeah, I feel all warm and cozy inside.
Now, looking at this Festivus poll, I don't see any gifts underneath it. When you wake up, Vinny, what do you want to find under your Festivus poll?
Well, I've been dropping hints subtly around the house here, but I was really hoping for a bench this year.
Would you take cash instead?
Yeah, I could do with $182, How about you? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I am having some car issues lately, and I would love to find, like a classic car with my Festivus poll, an 89 LeBaron.
I thought Consumer said the 89 Volvo was the one.
What consumer? I'm the consumer.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Who could that be? Yeah.
Federal Express?
Federal Express?
Oh, that's weird.
Come on up.
Wow, the elevator's a lot faster for whoever that is.
Yeah. Who is it?
Federal Express?
The
listeners.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, get on in here.
Yeah.
Vinny, should we get started?
Absolutely. Welcome to Seincast, everybody. A retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinny.
Oh, my name's Matt, but I'm sure everyone already knows that.
You do. It's a routine we do.
All right, come on in, everyone. Come on, close the door. Yep, there you go. All right, hey, Vinny, happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus to you.
Happy Festivus to everyone listening out there. This is fantastic. Festivus Eve.
That's
Can't
right.
believe it. I mean, Festivus morning, just a few hours away. I'm so excited to wake up and see what's sitting under that aluminum pole.
I hope everyone has already got the pole from the crawl space and up and ready to go.
How appropriate that we would be spending such a joyous holiday with the people we care most about, our listeners. Vinny, before we get into this week's episode, I thought we could go over some emails that we got over the past couple of days regarding last week's episode, The Sponge, which was a lot of fun to talk about with you. Really enjoyed that episode. The first email here comes from listener Sarah Whiteford, and I was so excited to read this, and I just shared it with you. She caught us. You know what I mean?
Red hand.
Yeah. No, she caught us failing to connect a quote last week to an earlier episode.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, we were alone.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, hang on. Some listeners are leaving. No, get back in here, guys. Get back in. It's not that kind of show. I have already had too much Hennigans. I'm going to be slurring up a storm tonight.
I'm counting your eggnogs.
All right. Maybe just some cranberry juice and vodka.
Okay.
All right. No, Sarah pointed out that last week there was a moment when, Jerry is kind of messing with George in the apartment when he realizes that he told Susan, who told Lena about how he met her, and he has that great quote, "Why'd you tell her?" Well, Sarah thinks that is a callback to the season 3 episode, The Parking Space. And in that, if you remember, you got George and Mike Moffat trying to fit into the same parking space. And there's a moment at the end when Jerry heard from Kramer that Mike called him a phony. And when he finally confronts him about it, Mike kind of snaps and turns to Kramer and says, "Why'd you tell him?
He begged me.
He begged you." Anyways, I was very excited to play this audio here, and our listeners can decide whether or not it's a callback.
Like you didn't call me a phony?
What? Thanks, real good. Jerry? First of all, I think you completely misunderstood what I said. I meant it in a complimentary way. I mean, you know, when people say he's bad, it really means he's good, that sort of thing. It's slang.
Use it in a sentence.
Man, that Michael Jordan is so phony. Why'd you tell him? He begged you!
So, George,
Yeah.
guess what? Lena found out how I got her number.
Really? How'd you do that?
A friend of Susan's.
My Susan?
Why'd you tell her?
I had to, Jerry. It's a couple rule. We have to tell each other everything.
Why'd you tell him?
Why'd you tell her?
Sarah, I am so impressed that you picked up on this, and I am so ashamed that myself and Matt missed this. So, job well done.
Right, and of course we have the two clips here to play, and there can be no debate on on this issue.
Thank you, Poppy.
So well done, Sarah. Let's move on to one other email here from TC in St. Paul. We also got a message on Facebook from listener Dustin. This was in regards to last week's opening stand-up. The topic was, people wearing eyeglasses to appear intelligent, and we couldn't really, draw the parallel with the episode. This episode isn't about glasses. It's not about hearing aids or fearing aids, either one. Turns out the whole joke here was, Jerry's talking about vanity, people wearing things to appear a certain way, and the whole episode is about Jerry scratching off a 32, writing 31.
We're dumb. You're smart. We screwed up.
Yes.
He says it in the opening line. People can be so vain, don't you know? And
How
Susan,
can he be so vain?
thank you. I don't know what's going on here. Excellent.
Just give me some more Hennigans here, would you?
Let me top you off.
Thanks. But Vinny, I'm so excited to be with you once again on Festivus here to talk about a fantastic episode. What are we discussing this week?
We got the 10th episode of Season 7, The Gum, written by Tom Gammill and Max Pross, directed by Andy Ackerman, and it originally aired December 14th, 1995.
Right on. Let's talk some trivia before we get started. I think one of the best parts about this episode is we finally get some dialogue for Ruthie Cohen, the cashier at Monk's. Mm-hmm. I think she's been in the most episodes behind the main four, right?
101 to be exact, Matthew.
It's nuts.
And let me learn you some knowledge here.
Oh, what do you got?
She has 101 credits on Seinfeld. They're all uncredited with the exception of 2. She has 2 credited appearances on Seinfeld. One of them is The Gum, obviously because she has a couple speaking lines. The other one, can you name it?
Oh, geez. I thought this was the only episode where she had a speaking role.
Well, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
In the other episode, she has 1 word of dialogue. One word!
Okay, I want to give just 10, 15 seconds here for our listeners to see if they could figure it out. 1 word of dialogue. And we haven't gotten this episode, of course, right?
Nope.
Okay. Oof, all right. No more dead air. Can you give me one more hint?
She's supported... In the scene with her, we have Jerry, we have Larry, the manager of Monk's, and we have one of the waitresses.
Okay, yeah, I got it. It's the foundation when, right? When Jerry's doing a focus group to see if they would be interested in someone like George, whose fiance died.
You got it.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Right
well done.
on. That's good.
While you're thinking about that, think about this. Ruthie's first appearance was in The Trip. Her final appearance was in the finale, so she's going to be with us for the remainder of the show.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, she is Seinfeld royalty. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, she did pass away in 2008, but her legacy lives on in the Seinfeld universe.
Oh, for sure. And the reason she has a speaking role this episode is kind of funny. Ruthie Cohen, the actress, plays Ruthie Cohen, the cashier. Tom and Max just thought it was so funny that this woman, as you pointed out, has been sitting behind this cash register since the trip, really. I think there are a few episodes where she's not there, but she's always sat there. She's never had a speaking role. People on set didn't really know about her career as an extra. You know, she's appeared in other sitcoms. A few listeners have sent in screen grabs from like Golden Girls, like, hey, I'm watching Golden Girls, and all of a sudden Ruthie Cohen.
It's funny though, because like even though she has a name, she may have a name credit or just be an extra. When I see her in those other roles, I'm like, that's Ruthie Cohen. You know,
Right.
she's playing herself. She's like Jerry in a way.
But she has no like real acting experience, and I think
Nope, not at all.
that was part of not the joke, but I think what made Tom and Max, you know, really interested in, you know, creating this little arc for her. They thought, like, in a weird way, like that would elevate her popularity, you know, and maybe she'd have a recurring role on this show, or maybe other shows would want to put her on them. But apparently Ruthie wasn't the best actress. Tom and Max told stories on the DVD commentary that, you know, like her delivery was off. Specifically the "your car's on fire" line. She said, "Your car's on fire." like
a kid on a playground.
Yeah, like Nan and Anna Boo Boo or something. But so they had to help her a little bit with, you know, specific deliveries. She was scared to film the horse sequence. She was afraid she was going to fall off. But, you know, I got to say, as a Seinfeld fan watching her scenes, I think she does a great job.
She really does. I really like seeing her play a foil to George.
Mm-hmm. She's great.
It brings me great pleasure.
And it's really sweet, too. Behind the scenes, she flew her family out to watch them film this episode. You can
Very
tell
sweet.
She took a lot of pride in this new role of hers.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure. Now, the big question here, Vinny, and I'm sure all of our listeners want to know, is Ruthie Cohen related to Mr. Cohen in the Chinese restaurant?
What stinks in here? I'm going to go with their brother and sister.
Nice. All right, cool. Bringing it all together. All right, let's talk about the Alex Theater. I'm so glad you brought up assistant director Randy Carter last week during The Sponge.
Oh, Randy Carter of, hey, Kramer, are you in?
Yes.
Fame.
The same. Randy Carter was like a film aficionado, and he would promote events happening at the Alex Theater because he was on the executive board. The Alex Theater is located in Glendale, California. I'm actually not sure if it's still there, but, you know, at the time, you know, Randy Carter would tell everyone at Seinfeld about, you know, what films they were showing and all this film history and trivia. Kramer is literally portraying Randy Carter in this episode, which is really funny because, you know, Vinny, we really don't know that much about Randy Carter.
No, it seems like the writers, Tom Gammill, Max Prost, really just wanted to kind of not make fun of, but pay a little tribute to him because they thought this was kind of a unique quality of him to always be going on and on about these films.
A lot of like inside jokes, I think. Apparently, when Kramer gives Jerry and Elaine a tour of the theater, that's exactly how Randy would talk.
Mm-hmm.
So very cool. We get the return of George's LeBaron convertible this week.
Ah, yes, the 89 LeBaron.
Right. When did we first see the LeBaron?
I believe it made its first appearance in the mom and pop store.
That's right, of course. And we've seen it off and on, you know, since then, just driving shots. But
Yep.
we unfortunately say goodbye to the LeBaron this week, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was wondering, why destroy the car? Like, what's the point? We know that Tom Gammill, his LeBaron, was used in the mom and pop store, and they used it for all those driving shots. Why destroy your car? Well, apparently Tom was on his way to work one day, and he just had an oil change, a bad oil change, because while driving it, it burst into flames. And he had to pull over to the side of the road and just watch his LeBaron, you know, melt away. And kind of the cool thing about it is they decided to write that into the episode. And sure enough, the LeBaron convertible, the burnt-out version we see, is Tom's car.
Yep, actual damage that Tom suffered from that oil change you can see on Seinfeld. It seems like Gammill and Pross, more than other writers, take real bits and anecdotes from their lives and are able to inject it into the show so seamlessly.
No, for sure. And it seems so effortless with these writers. I don't get it.
They got a quality.
Yeah.
We don't.
So some other story ideas this week. The whole gum arc with, you know, Lloyd really wanting to get Jerry some of that Chinese gum and Jerry keep refuting him. No, I don't want any. that was inspired by Larry David. Larry David had this, reputation. Never wanted to borrow things from people, never wanted people to do him favors. He never wanted to owe people anything. And that inspired Tom and Max to kind of write Jerry that way this week. No, I don't want your gum. I don't want it. Just pushing him away constantly.
We've been doing this podcast for a couple years now, and every time we learn a little bit more about Larry David, it always makes me so happy. Right.
Apparently, Tom found out Larry never saw Little Rascals. And he's like, oh, let me lend you some tapes. And Larry's like, no, I don't want them.
Not only do I not want them, he's like, I'm not going to watch them.
That or I'll never give them back. You'll never see them again.
He was renowned. Larry was renowned for never returning books. Mm-hmm. So, again, we're learning some great nuggets about Larry David.
Now, there was an alternate ending of sorts with Elaine and this, spanking button.
Yeah. Oh, let me take it off you.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah. Apparently, Elaine, we saw the scene in the theater where she's eating the popcorn. She mistakenly pulls off her button. It falls on the floor, gets in the lost and found. The alternate version, she accidentally ingested the button, and then through a series of mishaps, she was going to end up back at the theater, and then it was going to end up wreaking havoc on the plumbing in a way.
Right. She would pass it at some point.
Yes.
Which would have been comic gold right there. Elaine on the crapper.
Elaine, let me ask you a question. Is the button still with you?
Dismissed. I wondered why they picked a button that looked just like popcorn. Mm-hmm. It has that kernel look to it. Yeah, if she's just going to lose it on the floor, I don't know.
And even the way they shoot it with that really up close shot of the blouse, and you see the popcorn, you see the button, you see it fall to the floor. I don't know.
You think she would eat it by mistake? Oh, she'd wolf it down.
Exactly.
Now, this isn't really an alternate ending, but originally George wasn't going to dress up as King Henry VIII. He was going to dress up as Napoleon.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, dude, it's so much better considering, Napoleon's mental state. And you mentioned to me off mic Napoleon being notoriously short.
Yes.
It just would have been so perfect for someone like George. But apparently they switched it to King Henry because there was some subplot, some mention of Lloyd being the homecoming king in high school and George always being jealous of that.
Okay.
I think it still works as King Henry. It just would have been so much better with Napoleon.
Agree 100%.
Yeah.
Matt, before we get started, can I refill your Hennigans for you?
Oh, please. Thank you very much, man.
I think gum is one of the weirdest human inventions. It's not a liquid. It's not a solid. It's not a food. What is it? It isn't really anything. It's like a stationary bike for your jaw. But remember when you were in school and teachers would get all riled up if they caught you with gum? And when you were a kid, you think, what's the big deal? But as an adult, I can understand it, because when you're chewing gum, you don't look like you're too thrilled with anything anybody has to say. Oh, World War II, that was an important historical event? Yeah, I'm sure. They landed a man on the moon in 1969? Yeah, right. Yeah, I buy that, teach.
I think this is an excellent piece of stand-up. But my question, Matt, is who is the better prop comic, Ronnie K or Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't know, man. That Jerry Seinfeld, the way he unwrapped that gum was brilliant.
He really is able to capture that attitude, or at least the attitude that we as kids, we thought teachers kind of thought about.
Let me refill your Hennigans there, Vinny.
Oh, man. It's late, guys. I'm sorry. No, but the way he can emulate what it's like to be a kid. Yeah. Yeah, right, Teach.
Well, do you remember, you went to Catholic school, so were they a little, I don't know why I think they're more strict there, but did you ever get, in trouble for chewing gum? Miss Bennis, did you bring enough for everyone?
I did not, but it was immediately in the wastebasket if you were caught.
Well, I feel like the reason teachers got upset was because you did look like you didn't care for some reason. Like, I'm like, yeah, Jerry, you're totally right. But my wife, who is a teacher, said, no, it's because kids play with their gum or they'll stick it under their desk. They'll make a mess of it.
That's what I would think is whenever you go into a classroom, high school, grade school, whatever, there's always gum under those desks.
All right, well, there's your Matt moment for the week, I guess.
There's more coming, guys.
I know. More Hennigans, please. All right. Great opening, though. Really enjoy it. My favorite line, though, out of the stand-up is right at the beginning where he's like, gum is a weird, the weirdest invention. It's not a liquid. It's not a solid. It's not a food. What is it? It isn't really anything. I just love that. That's like his bit about cereal.
Eating and drinking without looking?
Yeah, I love that. It's
genius is what it is.
Why didn't I think about that?
Exactly.
All right, first scene of the episode, we're in Monk's. Doesn't really look like Christmas, I gotta say. This is the Christmas episode, but...
You just gotta open the door, Matt. Open the door.
Okay, well, the exteriors, at least, it's like a lot of green foliage. People are wearing, their fall outfits, but it's Christmas inside. You're right. You got tinsel. It's all decked out. You got a paper menorah. There's a Santa statue by the cashier. Speaking of, George wonders if that cashier is happy.
Ruthie Cohen?
You know her name?
Sure.
I don't think I've ever spoken to her.
Maybe that's why she's happy.
Yeah. Give you a royal bearing. So Kramer enters, and just a side comment here. This reminded me of last week's episode, The Sponge, when you had Jerry and Elaine sitting there, Kramer coming in, wanting them to sign up for the AIDS walk. Here he is handing out Spartacus flyers.
I remember you remarking about Elaine sitting in the position where George would normally be reading her paper. So, right. Yeah, same thing.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, he gives them some flyers for a Spartacus screening at the stinky old movie house, the Alex Theater. 12 extra minutes, full widescreen cinemascope. And if you come to the 1 o'clock show, you can hear Jeffrey Harwood.
Jeffrey who?
Harwood. He's the assistant wardrobe man on Spartacus.
It was actually Michael's idea to incorporate the pipe in this scene, so which stroke of brilliance.
Mm-hmm. And he's like inches away from Jerry's face. Jerry cannot hide that smile this week. It is so tough. Every scene he's in, he's holding back.
There's a lot of good stuff, not only from Michael, but Jerry, as we progress through this episode.
For sure. That name, Jeffrey, I say Harwood.
That's what I say.
You say Harwood. Okay, because the subtitles, and maybe even in the end credits, spell it not Har, but Haar Wood. Harwood.
It doesn't sound right. Unless Michael saying it with the pipe in his mouth.
Harwood, yeah.
Har. But I would always say Harwood.
Yeah, me too.
Let's stick with that.
All right, it's a weird one. George doesn't get it. Why would you spend $7 to see a movie that you could watch at home for free?
Well, why go to a fine restaurant where you can just stick something in the microwave? Why go to the park and fly a kite when you can just pop a pill?
That's such a good one. A lot of good lines this week.
Listen, you guys haven't seen Lloyd Braun, have you? I'm supposed to meet him.
Lloyd Braun? What do you have to meet him for?
Well, he's using his connections in the mayor's office to get the theater landmark status.
I thought he screwed up the Dinkins campaign.
Well, he did. After that, he had a nervous breakdown. Had to spend a few months in an institution.
Really?
Yeah, but he's doing a lot better now. I've taken him under my wing.
Oh, then I'm not worried.
But he still needs all of our support. When he gets here, treat him like he's one of the gang, huh?
Breakdown.
Hey, Kramer.
Oh, hey, Lloyd. Hey, buddy.
How you doing? Hi, Jerry.
Lloyd.
George.
Hello, Lloyd. How you doing?
Yeah, well, he's doing fine, George.
Gum?
That's an interesting package.
Yeah, it's from China. Go ahead, try a piece. Tell me that's not the most delicious gum you've ever tasted.
Yes. We shall all try a piece and tell you how delicious it is.
George?
I don't chew gum.
Different. Where'd you get it?
A friend of mine in Chinatown gave it to me.
Oh.
If you want, I can ask him where he got it.
No, don't bother.
No, it's no problem.
I don't want it.
Jerry, Lloyd says it's no problem. He's capable of locating the gum.
All right.
Delicious. This is delicious.
The first of many scenes to end with people just chewing gum.
Of course. That's what the holidays are all about. We got Kramer in a fancy suit. We got a new Lloyd Braun. This feels like a late third of the series kind of episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not quite like, Serenity Now. like season 9. We're still in the first third of the latter third.
Okay.
But it's there for sure.
It feels like we're in the home stretch, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, what is it? Is it just the Matt McCoy appearance? Is it the lighting?
That's part of it. But when Kramer has these like fancy duds, I think his wardrobe improves as the series goes on.
This whole premise is pretty out there too. Kramer, like, not running a theater. Well, no, he really is running it. Is he owning it? What's the
good question?
What's the technical?
He's got a lot of things in the hopper, I guess. So he's a man of many trades with this Alex Theater.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's like an investor or something.
H.E. Pennypacker rears his head. A lot of references to the non-fat yogurt we just heard in this clip as well.
Of course, written by Tom and Max.
And did you notice how much unbridled enthusiasm, one might say, George took in learning about Lloyd Braun's mental status?
And he's so condescending. Hey, Lloyd, how you doing?
Yeah, that was a great line read by Jason.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, Matt McCoy plays Lloyd Braun 2.0. Recall previously that Lloyd Braun was originally played by Peter Kelligan in the non-fat yogurt. Unfortunately, Peter Kelligan was not available at the time because he had moved to Canada and he was unable to make it back for the show. So they had the role recast. But Matt McCoy, who I think we all love, he was in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, LA Confidential. He's been in Silicon Valley recently. Mm-hmm. We will also see him return as Lloyd Braun in the Serenity Now episode.
And he does some kind of, not AARP commercials, but something about insurance or...
That's right. I remember.
Nutrition shakes. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, Matt McCoy is great. And I think he, as he pointed out, is sort of the fan favorite when it comes to Lloyd Braun. His Lloyd Braun 2.0 definitely has more, funny material to work with. The original Lloyd Braun was really just a jerk.
Yeah, he kind of played his character was more of a straight man. He didn't have any noticeable quirks about him. So I'm a Matt McCoy supporter.
Do you ever wonder what the Gum and later on the Serenity Now would be like with that original actor Peter Kelligan?
I can't say that I would because Matt McCoy is kind of ingrained as my late third of the series Lloyd Braun. This isn't the first time they've recast an actor. It doesn't take away from the show, though, for me.
No, yeah, and that's not what I'm saying, because we have seen it with, always for the better, really, with Morty Seinfeld, Frank Costanza getting a different actor. But, you're getting kind of a different Lloyd Braun on the page, too, because he had a mental breakdown. He's a different person now. So it works even continuity-wise for me. But I just wonder, Peter Kelligan, what would he have brought to this this character now? Would he be like kind of like anxious, would he be kind of over the top about it? Or would he be, I don't know, kinder, because Lloyd really isn't a jerk anymore.
You're right. He's a little more subdued because recall also that his character was rude and mistreated Elaine.
Right.
Well,
he is kind of like a creep still, he's like, not still, but he's like a weird creep as opposed to like arrogant jerk.
Exactly. Very well put.
But anyways, Matt McCoy as Lloyd Braun, looking forward to seeing more of him. Any other highlights from that clip you want to talk about?
The back and forth between Lloyd and Jerry, and when we see this first instance here where Jerry's denying any offer to, where's the gum? I can get you some. Don't bother. It's not necessary.
I don't want it. Jerry. And also that George line of, I don't chew gum, which I never really tracked because later you see him buy gum to open up the register, and then at the end of the episode, he buys gum because he wants it. It made me think that George is refusing any gum because he just, I don't know, he wants to stick it to Lloyd, right? Or
I think anything offered to him by Lloyd Braun or anything that Lloyd Braun supports, George is going to go the opposite way in spite of Lloyd. So if he's offering gum, I don't chew gum.
Well said. All right. Next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment. Elaine arrives, and we should establish a few things here. George is missing a $20 bill. He's looking in his wallet, and he's convinced he paid for lunch with a 20, but Ruthie only gave him change for probably a 10 or something. Jerry, meanwhile, spits out the gum Lloyd gave him earlier, and he figured out the flavor. It's a little lo mein-y.
Good line.
Yeah. Anyways, George is very happy to tell Elaine that Lloyd had a complete mental breakdown after the election fiasco. They had to lock him up. And Elaine wonders, well, maybe did I have something to do with that? I broke up with him around then.
I remember when we parted company, I was babbling incoherently for months.
I got news for you.
And
what
dot.
Does that line reading make you feel like there was more dialogue?
Absolutely. I think something was cut and they never, did a voiceover or anything to. There's something's missing.
Yeah, just to set the visuals, Elaine says, "I got news for you," and Jerry takes a swig of water and just sort of pauses. Maybe is the joke like she didn't have a comeback?
I guess you could read it that way. I thought it was more she was going to make a comment about how she's had an effect on numerous men throughout New York City, driving them to the nut house. But for some reason, it was cut out.
Yeah. All right, another Matt moment then.
No. This one, I'm sure somebody's going to write in next week and have a much better explanation than the one I just gave.
Well,
which I welcome.
She did drive Russell Dalrymple to the nut house. Or, no, I'm sorry, to his death.
There you go.
When he went to work for Greenpeace. But does she have a habit of making most men go crazy? It's really the only one that comes to mind.
I think she has more of a physical effect on men. Men she's dated have been driven to stroke. They've been beaten up.
That's true.
Any deaths?
Run over by rickshaws.
There you go.
George drove Patrice to the nut house. In the truth.
That's right.
Remember that?
Papier-mâché. Mm-hmm. Samuel.
And then Steinbrenner sends George to the nut house in, I don't know, Bottle Deposit, whatever that downtown Wilhelm arc was.
Oh, because he mistakenly took credit for Wilhelm's, project.
Yeah.
He got belts in the belfry.
They took my belt, Jerry. And this is, I don't know if this really counts, but in the dealership, there was a running joke, especially at the end when, what is it? Kramer and Stan.
It's Rick, by the way.
No time. They like speed past Jerry at the end, and someone's like, "There's a mental institution, a couple
that's right,
blocks away from here."
So mental illness seems to be running thread throughout the Seinfeld episodes.
Oh, I think every episode deals with some form of mental illness, mainly George, but.
Oh, and oh no, okay, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. So Jerry and Elaine are going to see Spartacus, while George is going to go deliver Christmas presents to his parents.
I thought they were out of town.
Why do you think I'm going now?
Have we ever learned what George's faith is?
Well, everyone, immediately thinks of Latvian Orthodox.
Yeah.
But we've brought this up on the show before, how we thought Estelle was Jewish, Frank was Catholic.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And George kind of grew up in, not a religious household, but mixed.
Well, they celebrated Festivus, though. So
yeah. Oh, of course. There's that too. But it's kind of a shame we don't get Frank and Estelle this week. I guess.
Yeah.
It was a way to get George out to Queens, as we see in the next scene, so he could run into Mr. Lazzari, a family that lives across the street from his parents. Mr. Lazzari really takes a liking to George's LeBaron, and I never noticed this, but he kind of has like an old mechanic's like jumpsuit on.
Oh, cool.
Underneath his jacket. We'll find out later that Pop used to have an auto shop. So he takes a look under the LeBaron's hood, and he's really impressed that John Voight was the previous owner. The actor, right?
Something like that.
So Pop's doing some investigating under the hood while George catches up with his daughter, Dina, who's standing in the yard. They went to high school together. Some crazy times.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy, did you hear about Lloyd Braun?
I love this. George is just so eager to tell anyone about Lloyd Braun. Just out of nowhere.
He's 2 for 2, and especially because Dina must have also known him in high school, right?
Oh, yeah. They were all friends together, classmates.
Dina is played by Mary Jo Keenan, who she was on the TV show Nurses, the movie Nothing to Lose. She appears in 3 Seinfeld episodes, The Gum, The Doll, and The Bottle Deposit. And this is kind of cool. She's married to Arrested Development creator Mitch Hurwitz.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, small world it is in Hollywood. And then Pop Lazzari is played by Sandy Ward. He passed away in 2005, unfortunately. But he was in The Perfect Storm, Cujo, and Police Academy 2. He will make another appearance in the bottle deposit episode. And hey, here's some interesting knowledge. Also in Jake and the Fat Man.
Oh boy, our old rival.
One other thing we also forgot to talk about. It's stated in this scene that George had an 83 LeBaron, but if you go back to the mom and pop, he said he decided to go with an 89 LeBaron.
That's a good catch.
Something was lost here from the mom and pop to this episode.
Maybe Tom's LeBaron is an 83, and they kind of bumped it up in the mom and pop store to an 89 for some reason. Sure. Well, maybe because an 83 is way too old, maybe to buy. Yeah, in 94.
I feel bad sometimes because we're nitpicking this little thing here, but
congratulations, by the way. We are now 2/3 through the series with this episode.
Feels pretty good.
So I don't think you need to make any apologies at this point.
Okay. All right. I take it back.
All right. Let's get over to the Alex Theater. We open up with Kramer giving Jerry and Elaine a tour.
The Alex was built in 1922 during the golden age of movie palaces. Minor restorations in 1941, 47, 52, 58, 63, and currently to our present period of time.
Well, you're really getting into this, aren't you?
Yes, I am. The icing on the cake would be getting that landmark status from the city. We're hoping Lloyd Braun can pull a few strings.
Oh, can Lloyd really do that?
Lloyd Braun can do anything he puts his mind to. He's fine, Jerry. And you should say hello to him, Elaine.
What? Lloyd is here?
Yeah, right there.
No, I'd rather...
Hi, Elaine.
Hey.
Lloyd, yes. Hello.
Kramer tell you, we reserved some special seats so we can all sit together.
Actually, Lloyd, Jerry and I have to sit in the front row because he forgot his glasses. So, thanks for getting us them. We'll see afterwards. Thank you.
That was odd. Am I crazy, or does Jerry not wear glasses?
You're not crazy. Jerry does wear glasses. He just forgot them, that's all. Not crazy.
I love that Kramer just pulling Lloyd in. Not crazy.
He's, you know what? This is kind of like Kramer's mentor and protege relationship.
What's that? Like with like Darren?
With Lloyd. Well, you know what? Oh man, that's even better. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Well, we've seen Jerry take a. Well, we're gonna see Jerry take a protege in Kenny Banya. Mm-hmm. George with is it?
Oh yeah.
What's
a
her
few.
name?
You've got the one kid he goes to Paris with.
Oh,
you're not
right.
staying with us, Four Eyes. But you're thinking of like Stephen Cohen or Corin. What's his name? You know, the guy that's like, I want to be an architect.
Yeah.
Is that who you're thinking of, or
no?
I just hijacked this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not good anyway. It's not worth it.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
More Hennigans?
I thought I was going somewhere. Please.
Oh, thank you. There you go. All right. Well, one of my favorite lines in this scene, and it's not that hilarious, but when Kramer says, "We're hoping Lloyd Braun can pull a few strings," and Jerry's like, "Oh, can Lloyd really do that?" Kramer is so defensive. Lloyd Braun can do anything he puts his mind to. He's fine, Jerry. It's just
unwavering support for Lloyd.
Yeah, where is Kramer coming from? Is this like, you know, he has ulterior motives here? He wants this landmark status, so he's going to be really protective of Lloyd?
I think it's twofold. I think he genuinely cares for Lloyd and his well-being, but that would be the icing on the cake, would it not?
It makes me wonder too. Maybe Kramer had some, issues with, his mother and mental illness, and her addiction. Maybe there was, I don't know. Maybe he feels bad for Lloyd. Maybe
sucking Colt 45 from a can.
I don't know.
Come back to bed, you hairy ape.
So we get some important info here. It's going to affect Jerry's arc this episode. He wears glasses, but he forgot them at home. So we'll come back to that later. We have Jerry and Elaine in the front row, and they're forced to kind of scoot forward and then lean back to see the screen. Elaine expresses how seeing Lloyd made her uncomfortable.
No, you don't want to be uncomfortable.
Weird question. Did you ever do this as a kid? Sit in the front row on purpose?
Not as a kid. One time, not by choice, for the premiere of The Dark Knight.
Oh, that's the only way to see it, man. That IMAX
terrible.
front row.
Ooh, the crick in my neck the next day.
I love doing this as a kid. From as early as I can remember up until about, I don't know, being a teenager, I would always sit in the front row.
How could you enjoy a movie like that?
I don't know what I was thinking.
I'd go crazy if I had to watch a movie like that.
Yeah, crazy anyways. All right, we're back in Queens. George finishes telling Dina about Lloyd, and it hits close to home. You know, last year, Pop had a nervous breakdown. This is the same Pop who's working under the LeBaron hood with his tools.
Boy, I tell you, they don't build them like this anymore.
Yeah, Pop had to give up the auto shop, as we mentioned. And when he starts smacking the hell out of the engine with a wrench, George makes an excuse to get the hell out of there.
That's enough, Pop. Pop, put down a wrench, Pop. Pop.
That. Pop. Yeah, sure enough, we cut to a scene later. George is driving the LeBaron, and there's a weird rattling. He can't tell where it's coming from. Pop! Pop! You know, just freaking out.
The Pop line, the Pop yelling, was ad-libbed by Jason.
Really? Yeah,
Cool
without
effect.
that in the scene, it is kind of weird just to have him wondering where that rattle comes from.
Kind of flat.
Mm-hmm.
We also should, I don't know, it's just a fun line, but poor Lloyd, I know, completely bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe George was watching reruns of Regis and Kelly.
I'm still confused as to what Regis says there. Not bongos, not bonkers. Bonkos.
Bonkos.
Bonkers is the cat.
That's right.
Are there any bongos on Seinfeld?
There's Mogombo.
All right. Man, Hennigan's goes down smooth. All right, next scene, we're back at the Alex Theater. You got Kramer and Lloyd in their special seats enjoying the movie.
Hey, behind them, you can see Randy Carter wearing his glasses.
Very good. Yeah, we'll see him again later in the lobby. But yeah, any eagle-eyed viewers will see an assistant director, an inspiration for this episode in the background there. Jerry and Elaine are still in the front row eating their popcorn in those real uncomfortable positions. And at one point, Elaine drops a kernel on her chest. And as she reaches for it, not really looking, a button on the shirt comes loose and falls on the floor. It really blends in with the popcorn down there. So it's, boom, it's gone. Anyways, later the guys are in the lobby talking about, the movie and whatnot, when Elaine joins them and she's completely unaware that her shirt is wide open and she's showing a lot of cleavage. Lloyd is just staring right at it, everything okay? And Elaine's stretching her neck. She's opening her chest real wide, completely unaware that these guys are just staring right at her.
There's cleavage in the area.
Yeah, I felt very conflicted watching this moment here because, it's cleavage in the area, cleavage poke.
Exactly.
You got to look at it, but it's Elaine. And I don't want to act all uptight here, but she is never really sexualized on Seinfeld.
There's only one instance that I think we could come up with here would be the tape when she wants to slide her tongue around Jerry like a snake. And then when she...
you?
Yeah. And also the Elaine does the Upper West Side. She pretends to be a porn star at Kramer's request. But there's discussion of lewd acts and sexual things, but this is the first time we see like a lot of skin showing. It's unusual and kind of jarring, I think.
Cleavage is wonderful, but it's just weird, right? It just, I don't know. I don't want to act all...
Oh, you are such a prude.
I don't know. There's just something about this that made me feel just a little weird. It's like kissing your sister,
Something like that.
That's a Veep reference, but okay. Anyways, Kramer's like right behind Lloyd, as Lloyd watches Elaine leave. And she's walking down the street. She tries to avoid this florist who's spraying the sidewalk with a hose outside his shop. And he stops, of course, when he sees her cleavage. And Elaine goes up to a cop and starts complaining, like, does this guy have to use a hose? He's wasting all this water. The sidewalk's getting flooded. And the cop is staring right at her chest.
Lady, you sold me.
Right, so he goes to tell the florist to stop using his hose. And Elaine, feeling very violated, realizes that her shirt's open. She covers up and she rushes off.
Did you recognize that florist from anywhere, Matt?
He looked familiar, like a 90s movie. I can't put my finger on it.
Lionel Mark Smith plays Joe, the florist, He was in Magnolia.
Okay. Do you know the character name?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
He is another actor, though, that passed away in 2008, unfortunately.
Everyone's passing away.
Really young guy he was.
Jeez Louise. Well, let's go over to Jerry's apartment. A little setup here based on, Elaine's excuse. Jerry forgot his glasses. Lloyd is on his way over, so Kramer gives Jerry some glasses from the lost and found at the Alex. Lloyd thinks Jerry wears glasses, and, Kramer wants him to keep up this ruse. And then we cut over to Monk's, and we finally get Ruthie Cohen's first line of dialogue here. This is fantastic.
I was in here this morning, and I believe I paid you with a $20 bill, but you only gave me change for a 10.
I don't think so.
Killed it. And so he wants her to open up the register. Specifically, the $20 bill has some red lipstick on it, right?
Of course, he was doodling.
Of course, yes. So she's like, nope, you have to buy something. So he buys some gum, and Lloyd comes in, and
I thought George didn't chew gum.
I don't. You think there'd be something there, some kind of. It would be great if Lloyd's eye starts twitching when he realizes someone's lying to him.
Perhaps he has an inner mantra going, "Serenity now," inside his head, to keep him calm.
Now we should hold off until that episode, but. There might have been a family in Lloyd's freezer, right?
They're probably defrosting right as we speak.
Right. But anyways, George checks the register. There's no 20 in there with red lips on the president. So he kind of gives up, but he tells Ruthie, this isn't the end or something.
I haven't forgotten this. I don't forget that easily.
Right.
Think I'm going to forget?
But I'm very excited to get to this next scene here. We're at Jerry's apartment. Kramer and Lloyd arrive. And remember, Jerry needs to be wearing those glasses.
Hey, Jerry, look who's here.
Lloyd.
Hey, Jerry. Got some more of that gum.
Oh, the gum.
Yeah, let's all enjoy a chew, huh?
All right.
Oh, boy. Now, see, this is what the holidays are all about. 3 buddies sitting around chewing gum, huh? Yeah. So, Lloyd, he thinks he can get more of this.
Well, Lloyd's a very industrious fellow. I'm sure he can accomplish anything he sets his mind to.
Actually, the importer's right in Chinatown. I'll introduce you to him. You can get it whenever you want.
It's not necessary.
Hey, Jerry, Lloyd wants to do you a favor.
I know that, Kramer.
Well, if you don't want to.
No, sure, he wants to, and it's very kind of you. Yeah, Jerry, he appreciates it. Don't you, Jerry?
Yes, I do, Kramer.
So,
yeah.
How about that Elaine today, huh?
Baby,
Huh?
what is that all about, huh?
She was practically undressing in front of me at the theater.
See anything?
Yeah, you really missed a show, buddy. Woo, baboon, baboon.
I always remembered in college, you absolutely loved this scene. And I, being a glasses wearer, you would take my glasses off my face and have a newspaper and say, "Ah, Vinnie," or "Ah, Lloyd."
I love this so much. That opening is just so good.
And Jerry is doing really well with these actions with the glasses. He's got his handkerchief, and Lloyd's quite an industrious fellow, and he kind of gestures in Lloyd's direction.
And then it just snowballs from there, where it's like, I'll introduce you to my importer in Chinatown. He can get you it whenever you want. Not necessary. Jerry, Lloyd wants to do you a favor.
I know that, Kramer.
You cannot push Jerry's buttons. There are other moments when he's pushed too far, like Milosh. I think of, look at the big baby, he's like a man like I am. And he's like, I told you to cut it out.
How about Kenny Banya when he's like, best swordfish in the city, Jerry, the best.
I'll have the salmon.
Yeah.
There's another one. With the reverse peephole with the fur coat, where Kramer's like, oh, look at Jerry, look at this, he's fancy, he's a real dandy.
Maybe this isn't my coat.
Can't push him too far. Now, the best line in this scene has to be, "This is what the holidays are all about," three buddies sitting around chewing gum, right?
Of course.
But what I love just as much, if not more, are these awkward moments of silence. There's a few of them here where they're just sitting there chewing gum.
It is a little uncomfortable, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome. I love that. They probably can't afford that much silence, on these later episodes. It's so condensed. But if this were like season 2 or season 3, they really would have let that breathe, I feel.
Yeah, agreed.
Next scene, we're in Central Park here. You got George and Dina sitting on a bench, and they are on 2 different pages. George, I get the feeling, tell me if I'm wrong here, he kind of thinks that she asked to meet him because she's attracted to him, maybe?
I think you're dead on. He says, isn't it obvious? And speaking of which, George is engaged right now. He's got a fiance. So why is he meeting with a woman in the park?
Well, I think it's because, they went to high school together. Maybe it's okay. She's an old friend.
That makes sense. I guess because George was under the impression that she may have been interested.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But turns out she's not interested. She's worried about him. She knows all the warning signs of someone on the verge of a mental breakdown. You got nervousness, irritability, paranoia. At least one of us is on their way to a mental breakdown. And George gets very defensive. And he says, no, it's Lloyd Braun. He was the one in the nut house. And she adds, taking pleasure in the misfortunes of others. That's another warning sign.
All my friends do that.
Which is great. It's nice to know that these characters are aware of what jerks they are.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. They don't hide behind who they are.
Well, George gets distracted because he sees little Ruthie Cohen riding a horse through the park. Gets very focused.
See that woman on the horse? She stole $20 from me. And I might have gotten it back, but Lloyd Braun interfered.
So Dina watches George just sprint off and yell at this woman. Total, stranger on a horse.
How cute is Ruthie on that horse? She's got, a little smirk on her face.
Well, according to Tom, she was very scared of falling off.
So, I guess that's good acting then on her part.
She sold it. So we get an act break. Next scene, we're at Monk's. Note that Ruthie is not at the register in this scene.
That's right.
It's a different woman, but George is ranting, about her, and he's convinced that she's riding around on horses thanks to his missing $20. And this is when Elaine arrives.
Hey.
Well, if it isn't Chesty LaRue. I was chewing gum with Lloyd Braun, and he was bragging about the peep show you gave him at the Alex.
I lost a button, so my blouse was wide open. I must have left it at the theater.
Maybe it's in the Lost and Found.
Yeah, I know. I have to go check it out. It's a beautiful button, too. It's antique ivory. It was my mother's.
The way you were wolfing down that popcorn, maybe you ate it.
I think this scene in particular might be Jerry stealing the show right here. There are 3 lines back to back to back that are pure gold from Jerry Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. The first being, well, if it isn't Chesty LaRue. And this is another one I think you like to do was, I was chewing gum with Lloyd Braun. He was bragging about the peep show you gave him at the Alex.
My favorite line is actually the last one.
Let's hear it.
The way you were wolfing down that popcorn, maybe you ate it.
He did it again. Son of a bang.
A lot of scenes this episode. It's sometimes hard to track when we're bouncing around so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you see there was a line of scripted dialogue that was changed, or at least cut out?
No, I didn't see that.
George was scripted to say, I once ate a little plastic submarine that was in a box of cereal. And Jerry replies, that submarine must have gone on some wild ride.
Oh, like the button.
Exactly. That would have been a nice correlation there.
Next scene, we're at the Alex Theater, and Kramer greets Jeffrey Harwood in the lobby, who seems to have misplaced his spectacles. Turns out they're Hoff glasses. And Kramer realizes they're the ones he gave Jerry to use the other day. So he steps out to pick up some paraffin wax while Mr. Harwood digs around in the lost and found box, and he finds this little white piece of ivory.
Oh my goodness. What a spanking button.
Right. I love this guy.
Yeah.
So cute and old and British.
Those are his 3 main qualities, isn't it?
For sure.
That's Eric Christmas, who plays Jeffrey Harwood. He passed away in 2000, but he was in Harold and Maude, Mouse Hunt, The Philadelphia Experiment, and Air Bud.
Oh, wow. The original?
Yeah.
American classic. Yeah, I really like him a lot. I love these old actors they get on the show. I'm thinking of, despite the episode The Old Man.
I love Bill Irwin.
Bill Irwin, he's fantastic. The guy they get as like Arnold Deansfry and Clarence Eldridge and the Andrea Doria. I just love these guys. Mm-hmm. So good.
Oh, how about oh my goodness,
Mr. Bezecki.
Jack Klompus.
Oh, Jack Klompus, another great one. Yeah, so many great.
It's his material. That dude.
He stinks. We're gonna hear more from Jeffrey Harwood later in the episode. Let's cut over to the street. George is parked, and he starts the LeBaron. Since it's cold out, he's waiting for it to warm up. When a car pulls up behind him and starts honking for him to leave the spot.
I'm looking forward to this right here.
Well, can you guess who the driver is?
Oh, hello.
It's you.
All right. Hang on, it's warming up. Hey, what is your problem? It's you. Listen, lady, I got 6 minutes left on that meter, and I'm not budging until you admit you stole my $20. You're not so tough when you're not on your horse, are you, Ruthie?
Your car's on fire. Merry Christmas!
Your hose! Where's your hose? Cop made me disconnect it.
Jeez. What happened to your car, buddy?
John Voight car is no more.
Well, don't you sweat it. You can use my car anytime you want to.
No kidding?
No kidding.
Hey, thanks. Oh, you're a big one.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Whatever.
And this makes me think of like a real New York mugging, but like a real New York scenario. George is so not in the mood to be dealing with, a disgruntled driver, right, that he's going to go and accost this unidentified driver.
Oh, so dangerous, man. I'd be terrified to do this. Get out of my car.
Oh, yeah. But some really nice bloopers came out of the scene.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, there's a couple where Ruthie has trouble. One was because the car was not turned on, so she couldn't get the window down. And she's so cute. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the car needs to be on," and then she does it. There's another time where George or Jason walks up and he goes, "Oh, hello," and as he says that, a plane flies over, and he goes, "Oh, hello, it's an airplane."
Oh, hello, it's an airplane.
I just love how this scene escalates, though, from, "Oh, it's you," to, George is really putting Ruthie in her place, and she just has that calm, neutral expression the entire time.
Yeah.
And then to find out the car is on fire, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And then it connects to the hose with the broom, which is brilliant.
It was kind of cool the way they were able to tie all these characters and all these storylines. They're dovetailing, but man, they're like interwoven.
And we're not even at the end of the episode. This is just like midway through. It's really well done. And Kramer, being the nice guy, hey, can you use my, what does he drive again? Impala? Chevy Impala?
No kidding.
Merry Christmas.
Whatever. More good deeds, though, from the Seinfeld characters. Kramer offers George his car, seemingly without an agenda, right?
No, well, you mean in the sense that he's helping Lloyd Braun to get the landmark status this time, though?
Of course, yeah. Lots of giving around the holidays here.
This is as good as it gets. It made me think, though, this is the second time that George has had to put out a fire. Or, I'm sorry, freaks out over a fire. This one he has to put out. He doesn't have Eric's big shoe to put it out.
Yes. No greasy hamburgers being the culprit this time.
But let's cut over to the Alex Theater here. Jerry is still playing nice. That's the theme this episode. You play nice. And he's agreed to go with Lloyd to Chinatown to pick up some gum. And, God, I wish we had a video for this. Before Lloyd arrives, Kramer takes back Jerry's glasses to give to Mr. Harwood, and he gives him a new pair from the Lost and Found. How would you describe these glasses, Vinny?
They look like the glasses of Morty Seinfeld, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Thick black frames, thick lenses, similar to the glasses that Larry David wore in The Producers.
Yeah, the, what is it, his Max Bialystok?
Yeah.
And I think it was Max Pross on the commentary referenced a big, like, a movie mogul executive, Lou Wasserman, had big, thick glasses like that.
Okay.
So everyone, I'm sure, knows what these look like. Let's cut into the scene here.
Here, try this pair.
Hey, Gum Buddy. Nice frames. You ready to go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's all ready to go.
Anybody see Elaine today?
Oh, yeah, she called a little earlier. She's coming over to check out Lost and Found.
Maybe I'll stick around and see what she's wearing today. Or not wearing, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Let's just stick around.
I'll tell you what, they're expecting us, though. Let me just grab a hot dog here.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like a hot dog, please.
You out of your mind?
Well, what's the problem here?
This hot dog's been here since the silent era. You'd have to be insane to eat it.
No. This man is not insane. Now, there's nothing wrong with it or you.
Kramer, maybe...
No. I'll show you. One hot dog, please.
Okay.
Doesn't that smell good, huh? Yeah, here we go, yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. It's a perfectly sane food to eat. Interesting texture. It's chewy. I gotta get some air.
Should we just start from the top and go through our favorite lines here? There's so many good ones.
Really just play the clip back.
You're right. I love, well, not only Jerry wearing the glasses, which is fantastic. I like when Lloyd arrives, he's like, hey, Gum Buddy. It's like, what a weird thing to say to someone.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, Gum Buddy.
I never picked up on that.
Like, Lloyd barely knows Jerry, and all of a sudden they're friends over gum. It's just weird. And the fact that he likes the frames. Hey, nice frames.
Yeah. But the whole hot dog scene, Kramer immediately jumping to Lloyd's aid.
That moment when he freaks out. Did you see Jerry?
No.
So Kramer hears the movie attendant guy saying, "What are you, crazy?" And he like hits his foot, like kicks the concession stand. And Jerry like doesn't know what that sound was, so he like freaks out and just starts like looking around.
Oh, that's awesome.
Any other lines you really like in this scene?
I thought the attendant was great with that hot dog's been there since the silent era.
Right.
But yeah, this scene from top to bottom is awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic. I like how defensive Kramer gets, you know. This man is not insane. Now, there's nothing wrong with it or you. It's just like, God almighty, man. Just let it go. And that great stuff at the end there with Michael. It's a perfectly sane food to eat. Interesting texture.
It's chewy.
It's a good line to use if you're ever eating something you don't like. Interesting texture.
Remember one of the cold opens in a later episode, Kramer's he's stuffing a hot dog in his mouth so that he can go into the store with Jerry.
Mm-hmm. And Michael really does shove the whole thing.
And Kramer eats Papaya King hot dogs.
Oh, good call.
Movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, he jogs down the sidewalk, and he doesn't make it that far until he, puts a hand on the LeBaron convertible and just pukes his guts out on the sidewalk.
Mark your calendars. Here's the end of Kramer's vomit streak. Right. Or you can start a new streak today.
When was the first vomit?
We don't know of his first vomit, do we?
Well, at least on the show. Oh, funny. I was quizzing you. I was thinking of the milk. Remember when he throws up on Susan?
Oh, see, you, my friend, are a wizard.
All right, I'm winning you back. Well, when he's throwing up there, the florist is just standing a few feet away, and he rolls his eyes, really irritated, and he, uncoils the hose to spray down the vomit.
Here we go.
And of course, we transition to a few minutes in the future. Elaine walks by at this moment and thinks he's back to wasting water. And when she brings up, hey, what did the police say the other day? He realizes that she was the one that ratted him out.
You're that lady who was talking to the cops, weren't you?
Nice.
Joe!
You know, it's funny. Tom or Max, someone on the commentary said, no, you know who it was? It was Fred. It was Fred Stoller in an interview. He said that he also knew about, Ruthie Cohen kind of struggling with some of her lines. And he says it's really intimidating when you only have a line or two to really nail it. You kind of overthink it.
Yeah.
Very similar to Kramer and These Pretzels Are Making Me Thirsty. Mm-hmm. And this line here, Joe's, you're that lady that was talking to the cops. He nails it.
Yeah, it's a fun one to try and to mimic.
Mm-hmm. But a voice calls out the florist by name, and when he turns to look, hey, Joe, he accidentally sprays Elaine with the hose.
Originally now, the florist was going to recognize Elaine as being the one who ratted her out, and he was going to squirt her on purpose. But Larry and Jerry felt that was too mean, so they made sure to make it that the florist did it on accident.
Right. The line was going to be, you're that floozy who was talking to the cop, alluding to her cleavage earlier.
So what do you think? Do you think that it would have been too mean to have this florist intentionally spray Elaine?
Well, it's funny. The way the next scene plays out, it could have worked either ways. Or either way, he could have done it intentionally, because all Elaine says is, I got sprayed with the hose, okay?
Mm-hmm,
Having said that, though, I don't know. I think I prefer the way it happens. Just because it seems, even though it's kind of a weird turn that the guy makes, it seems a little bit more believable than, a man actually spraying someone. And it's interesting that Larry and Jerry said it was too mean.
Of all people, right?
Yeah, but they're the ones that can tell the difference between, Jerry not saving a man's life on a pool deck and a guy spraying a woman with a hose. Yeah, what's mean and what's funny? I don't know.
Maybe there's something about making the primary characters the mean ones and the secondary characters nice and innocent in a way. Yeah, maybe that conflict. I don't know.
So let's cut over to the Alex Theater. Elaine arrives, completely soaked, her white T-shirt sticking to her body, and Lloyd, of course, is really impressed.
Whoa, Lloyd!
Is this the line where he's like, "You've outdone yourself"?
Once again, you've managed to top yourself.
Oh, God. And as he steps out to leave, Jerry is left behind. He has the glasses on, and he's forced to find where Lloyd went. Like, Lloyd? Step.
Yeah, he's feeling around. It's like he's walking on lily pads or something. Take notice in the wide shot, though, you see Julia cracking, and she's digging her nails into her hand once again to prevent from laughing.
Oh, I didn't see the hands.
Yep, look in the wide shot.
It's a funny sequence. It's that classic shot of Jerry looking straight at the camera.
Yeah,
it's such a good image, and it cuts to his POV of Elaine. It's completely blurred out. That's all Jerry can see with these glasses on, just blurred vision. In that shot of Elaine, she's laughing.
Yes, you do see the shoulders bobbing up and down,
which is confusing because in reality, it's just a camera. She's looking at a camera. So what is she laughing at?
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
It always confused me, which made me think that they did the wide shot first.
Okay.
And she laughed. And when they filmed the shot of her, the blurred version, either they told her to pretend to laugh to match it.
That seems really...
Or Jerry was standing off screen just staring at her.
That's more what I would think. Okay. Is that he was just either trying to make her laugh or he just looked so silly. Mm-hmm. I think it's the latter.
Right. It's late, people. I'm sorry. More eggnog.
Are there any other alcoholic drinks served on Seinfeld?
Well, you got cranberry and vodka.
Okay.
Got some peach schnapps.
Oh, there we go. Schnappman.
Oh, peach schnapps. Nice. Doesn't go down as smooth, but it's pretty good. What do you think about the Jerry glasses bit? Isn't it just one of the all-time best?
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm. Well, Elaine still doesn't understand what Lloyd's problem is, and Kramer kind of lays it out, right?
Look, honey, I know you're trying to get Lloyd to notice you, but this is too much. Parading around in a wet T-shirt.
I got sprayed with the hose.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but the Alex is a family theater, not one of your swing joints.
Of course, Kramer's the one that knows all about class and whatnot.
And since when is Kramer to be such, the prude?
Yeah, right. Well, let's move over to the sidewalk. George is a little disheveled. His hair's a mess. There's some ash, some soot on his cheek, and he stands with Dina watching the LeBaron, this burnt frame, get towed away.
So you want my father to pay for this?
Well, you saw him. He was fiddling with the engine. God knows what he did there.
And I suppose Lloyd Braun had something to do with it too.
No, not Lloyd Braun, but the cashier.
What cashier?
You remember the woman on the horse? She wanted my spot.
To park her horse.
No, she wasn't on the horse.
So your car caught fire because of my father and the woman on the horse.
That's right. And him.
The man with the flower.
Yeah, the flower guy. Listen, I know this all sounds a little crazy, but I can't believe it. Wait, it's Jerry Seinfeld.
Who?
Jerry Seinfeld, my best friend. He can explain all this. Jerry! Over here, Jerry! Hey! Jerry, where you going? What are you...
That was your best friend?
Yeah, but he doesn't wear glasses.
That man was wearing glasses.
I know, don't you see? He was doing it to fool Lloyd Braun!
That last line, man, I love it how, from our perspective, George is he's talking complete sense. Everything he says is right.
But from Dina's point of view, the deck is stacked against him.
God
Can't win.
Almighty. So I love just the back and forth and how George brings it all full circle to really make him look crazy. But another great shot of Jerry looking out the window with those glasses on.
Yes.
So good.
And poor guy.
I don't know if this is like a blooper or a goof, but there's that shot of George like, "Hey, Jerry, it's me, George." He's all blurred out. Couldn't Jerry at least hear George's voice?
Possibly, but maybe the radio was on a little bit, but the windows are up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like he's looking through George.
Yeah. It's kind of sad too. Like in a weird way. I don't know how I'm going to tie this together. It's like Jerry got a lobotomy or something.
Yeah.
And he can't remember like his old friends.
It's a Twilight Zone episode. That man was wearing glasses.
One last thing. We got an email from Joe Johnson, and I really like this point he made. This is the second time that George has his car destroyed and tries to get someone else to pay for it. He tried to get the hospital to pay for the car that was destroyed by the patient jumping off the building and landing onto it into the bris.
That's right. Hospital Administrator Sweedler, right? With the pig man.
Mrs. Sweedler.
Hey. Okay, dear. Remember also in the handicap spot, he gets his dad's car all beat to shreds.
But how do they handle the payment on that? Is that just... Well, they buff all the scratches out.
Well, George becomes his father's butler.
Yes, of course. I agree to become his butler. Well, let's jump ahead here. George tries to get Dina to believe that everything has just been a bad series of coincidences, which is true. He's not crazy, which is false. And he actually manages to convince her, I'm not crazy.
Well, I guess it's possible.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's possible. Let's cut over to Chinatown. Lloyd pulls up to his gum place and asks Jerry, "Hey, can I have some money so I can get you the gum?" And Jerry, still unable to see, pulls a bill out of his wallet, but can't tell the denomination, and just gives it to Lloyd. Here you go. And later, Lloyd returns with 6 boxes taped together and hands them to Jerry.
Here you go.
What?
Yeah, $100 worth.
I gave you $100?
You sure did. Am I crazy or is that a lot of gum?
It's a lot of gum!
Jerry's still managing to keep the charade going. Mm-hmm. Lloyd's not crazy. It's a lot of gum.
Yes. That's another classic line from this episode. It's a lot of gum.
Yeah. And the writers remarked that the boxes were taped together. Mm-hmm. They didn't contain any props. There was no gum in there. They were just empty cardboard boxes. And they compared that with Kramer or Michael wanting to carry an actual air conditioner in the parking garage episode.
Oh, are the boxes really light? So it doesn't look like they're... Oh, okay, you can tell they're empty.
When Lloyd hands them to Jerry, it look light. It doesn't look like 6, boxes of gum are in there.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Something that always bothered me, like on the same page, is when people are given coffee cups, like the paper coffee cups, and there's nothing in it, and it's so obvious, and they'll take a swig, and it's just like, up, down. And it's like, that's not how you drink a full cup of coffee.
Gilmore Girls, my friend.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, let's cut over to Jeffrey Harwood's apartment. Kramer drops off the glasses and gets a tour of the place. It's filled with movie props and memorabilia and all of these mannequins with elaborate movie costumes.
Welcome to the Institute for the Preservation of Motion Picture Costumes and Wardrobes.
Ah, the IPM, PCW.
We prefer to call it the Institute.
This would have been a good opportunity to have a TR6 cameo.
TR6? Ricky.
Yeah, wouldn't it have been funny if like Kramer were walking around and he does a double take, but I guess the mannequin wound up in his car, right? It got broken up and
he made out with the mannequin, yeah.
Right.
That would have been funny, yeah.
I don't know. I'm no writer. Anyways, Kramer notices one of the mannequins is wearing the king's costume from King Henry VIII. And the movie is actually being screened at the Alex tonight, and Kramer wants to borrow the costume to promote the event. But since it doesn't fit his Raymond Massey-like physique...
The only person who could really fit into this costume would be a short, stocky man of somewhat generous proportion.
Oh, you don't say. Another great example of those personal jabs at Jason, it seems like.
They managed to leave out the bald, though, but yeah.
Yes. And dim-witted, too.
Yes.
And sure enough, that line is a setup for our next scene here, as you see Kramer and George in a classic shot. What is it about this? Kramer and George walking down the street, the latter decked out like a king, big coat, jewels, tights, crown. And Kramer tells him he's a king, he has to project a royal bearing.
Oh, I'm going to give you a royal bearing.
And they pass by a kiosk. George wants to, let me buy a pack of gum. And not only listen, but look who it is.
I got a pack of gum, please.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, but we don't accept bills with lipstick on the president.
LD!
There he is.
How you doing?
It's been a while.
I think some of us have watched Curb and are kind of familiar with Larry David's voice and everything nowadays. This is a younger Larry David. Doesn't his voice seem deeper?
I think he's playing a character.
Okay.
He seems to be a little rough around the edges. He's even got a cigar.
Oh, that's right.
In the shot, he just, I don't know.
But nevertheless, it's nice to see Larry in the show.
I remember watching this episode not knowing who Larry David was at the time.
Same.
And finding out that this was him, I'm like, that's what he looks like? Like,
right.
That's the co-creator? And now I'm used to it, but it was weird at first. So, turns out George had the $20 bill all along, which I don't know if that really makes sense, right? Like, was it just in his wallet?
Probably.
Because we saw him looking in his wallet.
Yeah, but maybe, he must have skipped over one of those 20s.
I don't have the energy. When he looks up, of course, there's Dina staring at him, really disturbed. And as she runs away, George starts chasing after her, screaming that he got it from the Institute.
The Institute!
The Institute! Which is
That's a pretty clever way to wrap up and connect the IPM PCW Institute with the Mental Asylum Institute.
Granted, we did just hear the term Institute, like one scene previous, but
true,
it does work. It is clever.
I like it. Yeah, well done, guys.
There's a lot of dovetailing in this episode, as we pointed out earlier with the hose and the broom. It really has worked well.
It's almost too much. It's not a Larry David dovetail because those ones seem so seamless. This one, I don't know. This one seems like layer upon layer. I don't know. This one feels a little bit off for me.
Well, let's do one last scene here, and then we'll move on to ratings and reviews.
Yes,
We're at the Alex Theater. This is over the credits. There's Jeffrey Harwood arriving for the movie. He's all dressed up, looks fantastic. He's sporting an ascot. Where's King Henry?
He ran away.
And Kramer steps away to speak with Lloyd, And Elaine notices that Mr. Harwood is using her missing button on his tie. And after they clear the matter up, she starts helping him remove it. And how would you describe this moment? He's like, I'm a little ticklish. And
it's like I'm thinking like a Playmate with Hugh Hefner kind of deal.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like just this younger woman kind of playing around with this.
The way she like leans on him and they're laughing together, like, you know.
Yeah, she does kind of fall on him a little bit.
She's his like date for the night. Is the way I kind of take it.
Okay, that's a good way to describe it. They're both laughing and, you know, playfully sort of removing this button from his tie. And off to the side, there's Kramer and Lloyd looking very concerned.
We really got to get Elaine a boyfriend.
Tell me about it. Oh, man. Vinny, I don't know how much Hennigan's you gave me tonight, but I am really winding down.
Yeah, I think me and you got ripped.
God almighty. Let's move on to ratings and reviews.
So, what do you think?
Matt, am I crazy? Or is this a good episode?
It's a great episode.
Not crazy?
I love this episode. This is one of, I think, the best season 7 episodes. I hate to put a damper on Festivus this year. I don't think it's going to crack my top 20, though.
That's okay.
It's really close to my heart. It is. Like, this is one of the first episodes I ever saw. And it's funny how The Sponge was also one of those. I must have caught like a run of season 7, you know, because I know the next episode we talked was also up there as well. But yeah, just for some reason, it didn't really gel with me. And you touched on something a while ago, saying it feels like a Seinfeld episode. It just doesn't have that Larry David sense of dovetailing. It feels a little more manufactured.
Larry David makes them flow so seamlessly, and you're like, wow, what a web he was able to weave to get all these characters to cross paths. Mm-hmm. This is, I guess is it convenient in a way? I don't know, but for me it's like almost complicated in a way that it hurts my brain to, okay, Elaine with Kramer and Kramer with George, and you know what I mean?
By no means though does it feel messy. You know,
not at all.
There's nothing about this episode where I'm like, whoa, this episode really needs some work. It does bounce around, though, I think, a lot more than the normal. That
could be it. It could also be that it's 2:00 in the morning, and I don't have my wits about me.
Hey, Festivus morning, man. Happy Festivus.
Happy and healthy.
Let's go through the stuff that's wonderful. I think the Jerry Glasses stuff is some of the best Jerry material in the entire series.
Absolutely.
And it's on a totally different level than most like classic Seinfeld jokes. It's just so funny on a visual level.
Yeah, it's purely physical. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's pure like Jerry Seinfeld having fun, which is great.
You got Kramer doing his best Randy Carter assistant director impression, which is he's in his fancy duds, and he gets George to wear this King Henry VIII costume. That's gold.
But anytime Kramer really gets to play a character or kind of like, I don't know, act like a hot shot is always fun.
Yep. He assumes that role, it seems, more so in the later seasons.
And, you know, we mentioned this last week with, you know, when you have a great storyline for Elaine, it always sucks when she doesn't have a great storyline. And this week, while the cleavage is funny and it's very iconic, it just doesn't hold up to, you know, Jerry with the glasses and Kramer running the theater. The hot dog scene is fantastic.
Yep.
So I feel like Elaine got shortchanged this episode. And I feel bad that she's sort of victimized in a way.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm being too sensitive.
We talked about the whole sexualization of the character, which was kind of an uncharted territory. I think the best scene that she has is the one at the end with Jeffrey Harwood. Kramer and Lloyd are misconstruing her for fawning over this old man, trying to get a boyfriend.
And she does like the old men, Owen Marsh.
That's right.
Or March, whatever.
Whatever. But and we see the return of the LeBaron, we see the fall of the LeBaron. So and the whole George being, again, I like episodes when George comes out on top. This is one where he's completely at the bottom, and I don't know. It's a fun episode for me, but it's not. This one does not crack my top 20.
Yeah, we're in that real tricky area where we're getting some real funny classic episodes, but how do they hold up really to these classics from seasons 4, 5, and 6? It's tough to make the call, but I think a lot of listeners will agree that this is one of the best episodes of season 7, and the Jerry stuff alone with the glasses is just gold. So hopefully we heaped enough love and praise on it to, justify not putting it in our top 20, but...
Oh, and how adorable is Ruthie Cohen? We finally get a name, we get a face, we get to hear her voice, and she does a great job considering she's not a, properly trained actress.
Her car's on fire.
Check those bloopers. There's some really good bloopers with her. I hope you guys enjoy those. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. I hope everyone has a very happy Festivus, and make sure you air those grievances. Please feel free to send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or send us a voicemail at Coco Bosco.
Vinny, we are not going to be here next week, but we'll be back on January 5th. So what episode are we discussing in 2 weeks?
We will be discussing the 11th episode of Season 7, The Rye. And let me understand this, Matt. You got the hen, the chicken, and the rooster. The rooster goes with the chicken. So who's having sex with the hen?
They're all chickens. The rooster has sex with all of them.
That's perverse.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Now, see, this is what the holidays are all about. 3 buddies sitting around chewing gum, huh?